Kamen Rider Wiki.
Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with my review of Kamen Rider Ex-Aid episode 16? I think it's 16. They're always in one with each other from the second number of JoJo. Anyway, first off, if there's any random, small banging noises in the background, I apologize. They're doing work around here constantly, and it's really annoying, and I'm kind of over it, but I can't really do anything about it today when I'm trying to have this time to record, because I need to record when I can. But anyway, now that that nonsense is done, so this episode was certainly a thing. I felt like it was a bit all over the place. I guess the main focus, you could say, was probably finding out that this girl that has been hanging out with Taiga was Genius Gamer N, and was sort of like a rival-ish, pretty predictable stuff, honestly, of M during that tournament, and he beat her, and so she's mad. And it's pretty much what I expected, and even the alter ego of Poo-Poo Papu Poo-Poo Face said, that's it. I was like, my thoughts exactly. So basically she lost, and then now she wants to take out Ex-Aid, either as a writer or have someone else do it. Seems like a classic overreaction to me. I mean, honestly, it's weird because it feels like the type of storyline that should exist somehow in this gaming-based show, but with everything going on, it seemed really stupid. It honestly, it honestly felt like something that should have happened earlier on. Maybe when the stakes were a little bit lower. Not that everything's really high stakes right now. Honestly, there's just a bunch of people running around with really confusing motivations. But, still, we're kind of in the thick of it a little bit more. And I felt like a storyline like this would be more appropriate in the beginning of the series before you really start getting into what the series is about. Which I'm still not sure. Well, I mean, I am, but I mean, what the hell's the end goal? But anyway, so yeah, and then basically the goal of it was to find out that, and basically for her to realize, hey, I'm being petty. These guys are putting their lives on the line for an important cause. And then she attacked Genin with the broom, and then there's just sort of a quirky friendship with her and Taiga. So that was I would say the core of the episode. Everything else was kind of aftermath-ish stuff from last week. I like how Toku characters somehow behave really weird, like normal people wouldn't behave. If somebody attacked me in a warehouse, I wouldn't call them up and say, hey, do you want to meet me on the roof later, alone? After he just attacked you? This was just like what Taiga did last week, and he's like, hey, why'd you attack me? And then again, Brave's like, oh, flashing back, oh, if we tell him he's a bugster, or he's got the bugster virus, it'll stress him out. But attacking him won't be stressful. What are you thinking, you Toku idiots? I don't know what kind of logic that is. So he sort of attacked him, and then it went away. That was never really resolved. And then, of course, I've brought this up multiple times. Maybe there's somebody that can explain it to me, but I'm still not sure what Genim's idea is of, I want to create Kamen Rider Chronicle, but I need to get rid of the Kamen Riders first. What kind of plan is that? And what's Kamen Rider Chronicle? Is it literally just a video game? I don't know. The only one that I understand in this show is Permlad, and he basically just worships chaos. And the fact that he basically just wants to have fun and be challenged and is kind of all over the place, but somehow makes more sense to me than some of these people's decisions is kind of crazy. In this episode, he kind of demonstrated that by he actually took out the bugster because it got in his way, kind of demonstrating that he's a wild card. And yet, because he's a wild card, he has more of a clear-cut motivation for me than some of the others. But I don't know, that's my thing with Ex-Aid, is that I enjoy it-ish, but it's there's so many little moments of character decisions that either, logic, like the Kamen Rider Chronicle, or attacking Emu, that just make no sense to me, or little decisions that build up over time that just you encounter them every now and then, but it seems like there's 2 to 3 every week on Ex-Aid for me. And it's like I said, the small ones sometimes just build up to become bigger things, but I don't know. Maybe there's people who understand it more than I do. I think the only other things that really happened in this week's episode was during kind of all a part of that Taiga MN storyline, sort of not revealed, but I mean I guess expanded on more, that Taiga isn't entirely, he may be an asshole, but he's not 100% a dick, and he does want to get rid of the virus and stuff. Basically, the way it came up to me is when he was talking to Ex-Aid, is it was yeah, basically I do want to help, but I'm just not a little bitch about it like you. That's the way I took it. But, so that was a thing, and then they finally took more note of the fact that Emu's been getting headaches after becoming Mighty Brothers. So yeah, that's a thing. So yeah, I don't know, this is just a weird episode for me. Like I said, I think if I had to pick something it was probably kind of about this wrapping up of the core storyline of this girl, but it was just kind of all over the place, and it didn't feel like it was necessarily setting anything up specific rather than maybe planting little seeds of smallish things, but that weren't even that clear. So I don't know. It was pretty average. I'd probably give it about a 6. So we'll see next week. At least we haven't had any debuts in a while, but then we'll probably get them all in a row. But anyway, that's about it. Until next time, make sure you have the Crazy Podcast at writersrangerambles.com, and of course, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Till next time, Dawson Ryder, signing out.